Information Officer out of the Charlotte Division for the United States Postal Inspection Service. This morning, today, we have all our law enforcement partners here that are working this case. Just wanted to go through their names and introductions for you. First speaking, we'll have the Inspector in Charge of the Charlotte Division, David M. McGinnis, speaking. We'll also have the Sheriff of Williamsburg County, Sheriff Stephen R. Gardner. He is present. Then we also have from the United States Attorney's Office for South Carolina, we have the First Assistant, Lance Crick, who will be speaking as well. And then present to show their support and as they're working with us, we also have Captain Johnny Abram with the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division present with us here today. And also Nick Bianchi, he's an Assistant United States Attorney who will be working this case as well. So with that said, I'll introduce David McGinnis. Again, he's the Inspector in Charge of the Charlotte Division. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is David McGinnis, and I'm the Inspector in Charge of the Charlotte Division of the United States Postal Inspection Service. 4 days ago, on Monday, September 23rd, Postal Service rural letter carrier Irene Pressley of the Andrews, South Carolina Post Office was shot and killed while delivering mail on her route. She had been employed with the Postal Service for nearly 22 years. First and foremost, our sincere condolences go out to Ms. Pressley's family, friends, her church, and her co-workers in the Postal Service in general. The investigation of violent crimes against postal employees of the Postal Service is the top priority of the U.S. Postal Inspection Service. Nothing we do is more important. Postal inspectors are federal law enforcement officers responsible for investigating any and all crimes committed against the Postal Service and its employees, or any criminal activity that would employ the use of the U.S. mail. Postal inspectors, uniformed postal police, administrative and technical personnel have been brought in from all over the country to conduct this investigation. We're bringing the full force of law enforcement at all levels to bear in this massive investigation. This includes federal, state, and local partners. We've assembled a task force of more than 70 people to conduct this investigation. Make no mistake, the perpetrators of this crime will face justice. This is a joint investigation, and we're working closely with the Williamsburg County Sheriff's Office, the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, better known as SLED, and the United States Attorney's Office, District of South Carolina. In addition, many other law enforcement agencies at all levels are contributing as needed to this investigation. We're asking anyone with information to reach out and contact us. I have a couple numbers here I'd like to give. You can call the local Crime Stoppers number, and that's 1-888-CRIME-SC. And the numbers that correspond with that are 888-274-6372. I'll say that one more time. 888-274-6372. Or you can call the Postal Inspection Service national number, which is 1-877-876-2455. We're appealing to the public for any information regarding this crime. Anyone who may have seen anything or been in the Morrisville area when this crime occurred, we're looking for any information that you may have. At this time of the investigation, we're in an ongoing status, and we're not releasing any details, nor will we be able to take any questions following this event today. Now I'd like to turn it over to Sheriff Stephen Gardner of the Williamsburg County Sheriff's Office.
Good morning. I'm Sheriff Stephen Gardner. First, I'd like to send my condolences to Ms. Irene Pressley's family. Next, I'd like to make it known to our community. We have a very county to be proud of, a lot of great citizens here. But the one thing that, these acts of senseless violence, we also had another act of violence that occurred after this event. And so one of the things that it necessitated is that we take a stance to make sure that our citizens here are safe. That's our top priority. As a result of that, I know Dave's talked about the various agencies that we call to assist, but as well from the Sheriff's Office, we've got all deputies working. And we've assigned those deputies and split them between to 12-hour shifts, so they're 24-hour coverage. Reason for that is we wanted our citizens to know that they're safe, because this acts of sensitive violence sends a message that sometimes people can become intimidated or be fearful about what the community may look like. But we want our citizens to know who put their trust in us, that they will be safe, and we will stand against this act of violence, and we will bring justice to this crime. And for that, we've called in our partners to help. We've had the Postal Service with us. We called in SLED. We called in the Highway Patrol to help us. We called in our largest municipal agency, which is King Street PD, who also provide us assistance with giving us workforce to increase our size so that we can respond to any incident that may arise. I ask that you please, in order for us to solve crimes as such, we need help from the community. We can do a lot of technical things and we can do a lot of things right when it comes down to some things. But the one part that's integral that we need help, and I plead to you, is from our community. You have to give us information to work with. So Dave gave numbers for Crime Stoppers. Please use them, because that's how we solve crime. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Lance Crick. I'm the first Assistant U.S. Attorney for the District of South Carolina. To my left is Assistant U.S. Attorney Nick Bianchi. On behalf of the United States Attorney Sherry Lyden, I appreciate you all being here. I'm so thankful for the partners that are with us today before you. Very thankful to the Sheriff and his concerted effort to put all forces and resources towards resolving this matter as quickly as possible. The Postal Service taking lead in this terrible tragedy, and also the assistance of SLED. And as we've already discussed, this is a massive investigation. There are many, many players in this investigation, local, state, federal, from all over the country. But here in South Carolina, this law enforcement team stands together at all levels, and we will bring the full force of justice to this case. Thank you.
All right, with that, that's going to end our event this morning. As I said earlier, we're not going to answer any questions at this time, so thank you for attending.